Right guys, welcome to the channel. Last video for the night now. I really should be in bed but I couldn't sleep, so yeah, one last video. Yeah, just want to say look, I think everyone wants to find a relationship in life, do you know what I mean? That's what we're all kind of looking for, whether it be a wife or a relationship or whatever. But I think sometimes friendship can be just as important. Do you know what I mean? I think it can. Do you know what I mean? If you meet someone who's genuinely got your best interests at heart, you don't often come across that in life. Like yeah, you in fact you get the opposite a lot of the time. Do you know what I mean? So I think if you meet someone and you've genuinely got their best interests at heart, they've genuinely got your best interests at heart, and there's a bond there, like that's yeah, kind of like a true friendship, then yeah, I think that's just as important as a relationship. Do you know what I mean? You should treasure that. Do you know what I mean? If you've got that, this is just what I think. Friendship's just as important as a relationship, really. Do you know what I mean? It is. Yeah. If you, like I say, if you've got that genuine like best interests at heart, both of you, then yeah, it's great. Do you know what I mean? It's it could potentially, you could have a long time, you could have a real enduring bond. Do you know what I mean? Could even last a lifetime. Do you know what I mean? It may not. Do you know what I mean? But and obviously when you live in your life, sometimes do you know what I mean? You get busy with living your life and stuff. So yeah, you may not see each other all the time. You may not talk to each other often. But if the kind of like, if the love's there, like as a friendship, and what else? What am I trying to say? Yeah, you've got each other's best interests at heart, then it will endure. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. Admittedly, you may meet people in your life and stuff and live your life and drift away a little bit, but you're still going to be friends. Do you know what I mean? But that might not even happen. Do you know what I mean? No one can say what the future holds in life. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no one can say what the future holds. Do you know what I mean? You could, there's all sorts of outcomes that could happen. Do you know what I mean? You can never say, never in life. This is what I firmly believe. This is what I firmly believe. But yeah, the main thing is, if you've got, like, friendship's just as important as relationship, even if it's just friendship and it remains just friendship forever. Do you know what I mean? Or for like a lifetime, or for so many years. Do you know what I mean? If you genuinely got each other's best interest at heart, then that's the main thing. Do you know what I mean? You got that trust then. Do you know what I mean? And it's great. Do you know what I mean? It's like you don't get that very often in life. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, I haven't had that much in life at all. I'll be honest with you, but I think maybe on the odd occasion I have. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. But yeah, but yeah. That's all I want to say really now. I forgot. I'm getting my word. I'm losing my words out. That's all I really want to say for now, guys. I don't know what I was trying to say just with that last one. I don't know what I was trying to say then, but yeah, yeah, it doesn't have to be all about relationship and love. Like you have friends, you love each other as friends, but you there's love in a relationship and there's love as friends. Do you know what I mean? It's sometimes it's two completely different things. Sometimes, do you know what I mean? One can develop into the other, but yeah, say if it is just separate things, then it's still a great thing. Do you know what I mean? Platonic or platonic friendship is just as important as a love interest or a relationship, really. Do you know what I mean? It is because if it's genuine, because that's rare. Do you know what I mean? That's rare in a relationship and it's rare in a friendship. So if you get that, you need to hold. Well, I know me personally. If I feel like I've got that, I want to hold on to that. Do you know what I mean? This is just me personally speaking. So yeah, that's all I can say really. Don't know what else to say now. Um, what else do I want to say? What else should I say? I think I've said pretty much all I need to say right now. So, um, yeah, a bit of a random video, a bit late night random video, just what God had put on my heart, or like what I've been thinking about lately. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, won't do any scriptures because it's too late and I'm a bit tired. But yeah, if you get good, if you get good friends in life, guys, keep hold of them because it's just as important as a love interest. You know what I mean? If good friends are few and far between in this world. Do you know what I mean? I have had one or two good ones in my life, but yeah, it's rare. Do you know what I mean? What I think I would honestly say I have one or two. Do you know what I mean? I've had one or two good friendships in my life, and yeah, that's all I can say. And yeah, I'm kind of open to keeping them open. Put it like that. Do you know what I mean? Kind of open to keeping them. Do you know what I mean? Keeping them friendships going. Maybe one or two I'm not really I don't talk to very often or I don't really talk to much uh, often at all, but yeah, I still think, do you know what I mean, our friendship wasn't, even if it was from years ago, it wasn't that bad. Do you know what I mean? And you don't always get that in life. Yeah, I mean that's what I've learned as I've got older. You get a lot of bad. You don't always get good, or you don't always get kind of like give and take, and kind of like or overall like give and take. Do you know what I mean? It's usually either giving or taking. There's not usually much compromise kind of thing, but I have had that with one or two friendships, and it's yeah, those guys I want to kind of like stay in touch with. Let's just say that in one form or another. So yeah, that's all I can say really. Don't know what else to say. I think that's all I got to say for now. Yeah. But yeah, it's not just about. Yeah, yeah. I'll leave it at that anyway. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Platonic friendship's just as important as relationship, and do you know what I mean? It's all necessary in life. It all helps you grow in different ways. It all it's good. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, if you got genuine best interests at heart for each other, then what's better than that? Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. It's all I can say. What makes you feel better than that? Do you know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, that's all I can say really. And yeah, no one knows what the future holds. Anything can happen. The future's not written. Do you know what I mean? It's an open book. But yeah, say if it is just friendship and it only ever stays as friendship, then that's still a great thing. Do you know what I mean? Still a great thing. Still well worth going down that road. Well worth, you know what I mean? Well worth holding on to. That's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? Really is. Because good friends are few and far between. Like I said. I know that to be the case because I've had enough bad friends in my life already. Do you know? Well, not already. I've been on this earth for a long time, but you know what I mean. I've had a lot of bad friends. I've one or two good ones, but I've had a hell of a lot of bad ones. So, well, if you can call them friends, even, do you know what I mean? It's one of them. I'd say more like acquaintances or more like pretend friends. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say really with some of them. So yeah, that's it. That's it really. But what else to say? Yeah, but I do believe like it's important to be like open and honest. Because well, to a point it is anyway. Because like I do believe what good you do one way, like sooner or later, whether it's sooner or later, the good you do, it makes its way back to you. This is what I believe. I haven't really experienced it in my life on a huge level, but in some ways I kind of have. Do you know what I mean? In small ways, I've experienced it. That's all I can say. So yeah. And I've looked at other people's lives and I've seen how it has kind of like manifested in other people's lives, and that gives me a lot of hope and a lot of what's the word, confidence. Do you know what I mean? Seeing how it's manifested in other people's lives and stuff. So yeah, that's all I can say really. It gives me a lot of hope and a lot of confidence. That the good I've done will come back to me sooner or later. That's all I can say. Mm. Yep, that's it, guys. So I've looked at other people's lives, especially believers and even not believers, even other people's lives, and they've said basically said the same thing. The good you do comes back to you. So do you know what I mean? There's that old saying, you only get what you give, and people, karma as well. Like it's all intertwined. It's all kind of what people say. Do you know what I mean? It's all I can say really. So yeah, they must say it for a reason, mustn't they? That's all I can say. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you ever heard of anyone doing real bad and like prospering. Well, I suppose, but it's like one of them. The devil rewards his children, and God rewards his children. Do you know what I mean? Which side do you want to be on at the end of the day? Which is the good side? We know what the A side is, and that's God's side. Do you know what I mean? Um, so yeah. People might believe that being wicked pays, and but like it says in the Bible, the wicked are here one day and they're gone the next. You know what I mean? So how much does it really pay? Do you know what I mean? And what happens when they go? They can't take that money with them. They can't take what they've stole. and like stolen dishonest money basically. They can't take that with them. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? If you've been like that, if you've been wicked, if you've been like just totally selfish and that, then yeah, it's not gonna end well for you, is it? Do you know what I mean? When you leave this world, do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. I believe there is heaven and hell, and I don't believe we can just get away with whatever we want while we're here and not face no consequences for it. I don't believe life's that kind of like simple where it's like there's no. I know it's not in fact because I've experienced karma in small ways myself. So yeah, it just people deceive themselves when they think, do you know what I mean? There's no consequences and um for badness. Do you know what I mean? People deceive themselves.